Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. If any of you watch my channel, you know that I am a Linux lover. I am a self-confessed Linux fanboy. But not all is perfect in the Linux world. And today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 reasons why you should not use Linux. And so this might be a surprise for some people who watch my channel, but there are things that Linux doesn't have, or maybe things that you might be concerned about if you are actually coming into the Linux world. Okay, so the first thing is, number 5 is the fact that customer support. Okay, in the whole Linux world, the majority of it is community based, and it is a very self-support type of platform. Okay, unless you have something that's commercial like Red Hat Linux, where you do pay for support. But for the majority of all Linux distributions, meaning different versions of Linux, you are pretty much dependent upon your ability to go out and seek information whenever you want to figure out something, or you have problems, or you just want to learn something. You know, you're going to have to seek out communities, Linux communities, or YouTube, which is what I primarily use. And so that's the first thing. So if you're coming from the Windows or Apple Mac world, you're probably used to having really great customer support because, you know, obviously you pay for it. So that's the first thing. And the number 4 thing is the fact that some of the programs are not available in Linux, okay? And I specifically want to target the pro type programs, meaning a lot of your Adobe products, which is pretty much all of them, Apple Final Cut Pro, or any of your pro audio tools, they are simply not available in Linux. However, there are alternatives. They are, in my opinion, they're very good. However, if you are used to the Adobe, Apple platform, or any other audio pro tools, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to convert over to Linux and start using brand new tools and learn brand new tools. And so that is definitely something that has not been, I would say, been taken care of yet, because those software companies do not make software available in the Linux platform. So Adobe maybe in the future with their web-based products, but I don't think Apple's ever going to offer Final Cut Pro anything outside of their Apple ecosystem. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 3 is security. I know this one sounds kind of weird because oftentimes when people talk about Linux versus other platforms, specifically Microsoft Windows, they always talk about the security. But in this case, there are definitely security issues with every single operating systems. And whenever you do have security issues with Linux, it's usually, once again, it is very self-support. You're going to have to go figure it out, okay? Now, I still believe that definitely underneath it all, the foundation of Linux is secure. However, no operating system is 100% secure. And at least when you're on platforms like Microsoft Windows or Apple, you know, once again, the support is there. And also there's a lot of products available. I mean, obviously antivirus companies that absolutely love having their services on platforms like Microsoft Windows. Now, whether or not they're really effective, that's really up to you. But a lot of people who are from the Microsoft Windows world, they are used to having an antivirus program, and they feel a lot safer when they have something like that. And in the Linux world, whenever you do encounter security issues, you really don't have that. Okay, now I will say the majority of security issues that do pop up in Linux are primarily server based. Okay, if you are using Linux as a desktop operating system, which is what I use, it's pretty rare for you to have security type issues, specifically when it comes to viruses, malware, and so forth, although it is still possible to have that on there. And then when it comes to like servers and stuff, Linux runs everywhere, and so the chances of it having security issues, it's definitely going to be there. Okay, there's no way that you could not eliminate that. But if you are coming from the Microsoft Windows world, which most people are, just know that if you do have security issues, just like the customer support part, you're really going to have to learn how to take care of security issues and make your system more secure. So that's not something that's already provided for you. Okay, so that's number 3. Now, the number 2 reason why you might not want to go to Linux is gaming. This is something that's been around since the beginning, and although it is getting better, it's not there. Okay, if you are a hardcore serious gamer, then the only platform you're going to be on is Windows when it comes to gaming. You know, the gaming ecosystem is simply not there for Linux. Although Steam is changing a lot of things, it's just not there. And also, a lot of the games, they are not optimized for the Linux platform, even if they are available on multiple platforms. The majority of times, they're going to run the best on the Microsoft Windows platform, and you're going to have the most availability of games as well. And also, a lot of your drivers, your hardware drivers, like your GPUs and so forth, they are optimized for the Microsoft Windows platform. Okay, so if you're a gamer, have your Windows machine next by, and Linux would not be your primary for most serious gamers, okay? And then the final number one reason why you might not want to move to Linux and why you shouldn't is the fact that this is a brand new platform, okay? If you are scared of that, okay, if you're scared of learning a brand new platforms, or basically platforms, if you think about all the different distros, and then maybe Linux is definitely not for you, because you have to learn, And if you think about your uses of Microsoft Windows or Apple Mac OS, that was something that you had to learn, that wasn't something that you just knew right away. And so in every single platform, you will have to learn how to use it. And with Linux, the same applies here. And your learning curve really depends on you yourself. I really feel that it's easy to use versus Microsoft Windows. However, I have been using Linux for a while now. So those are my top 5 reasons that you shouldn't use Linux. And so I'd like to hear some of your thoughts. If you had any other thoughts, leave it in the comments area below. If you had your own top 5 reasons of why you shouldn't or should use Linux, I'd like to know that as well. And as always, if you did get a lot of value out of these videos, leave a like and subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/geekoutdoors. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on another episode. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.